My true allegiance is to the people of Derry and the people of Ireland. The fact that our health service is on the point of collapse, that 100 times more people are on outpatient waiting lists in Northern Ireland than they are in England. I wonder, is she aware of the origins of the word Tory? Well, it comes from the Old Irish. It comes from the Old Irish word Tory, which means outlaw or robber. Would she agree with me? Would she agree with me that the parcel of rogues now occupying high office in this place are really living up to their name? But this is a very important step on the way to recognising that the Irish language is a key part of the identity of many people in our community, and that has to be recognised in law. Joan Connolly was a mother of 8. She was shot by the British Army 4 times. She was left lying on the ground for hours to die. That is not an error. That is sheer bloody murder. Will the Secretary of State ask the Prime Minister to come out of hiding, come with me, meet the Ballymurphy families and tell them to their faces why he wants to protect their killers? The protocol is a benefit to us as a result of a very hard Brexit, because it allows our businesses to trade into the British market and also into the European market unencumbered. That is a competitive advantage that nowhere else on these islands has. In my constituency, you've got the highest level of unemployment and economic inactivity anywhere across these islands. And we still don't have 10,000 students at McGee University. I'm glad my honourable friend is pleased with the work he campaigned so hard for, the £45 million of ring-fenced capital for Derry Medical School, and that is a great news story for Derry. BBC Northern Ireland announced cuts to programming and jobs at BBC Radio Foyle that, in my view, will leave the station totally unsustainable. The BBC Charter places an obligation on that organisation to allow audiences to fully engage on local issues. This decision, in my view, is a very clear breach of that obligation, leaving licence fee payers outside the Greater Belfast area without proper local programming. Will the Prime Minister act to defend this very important local public broadcasting service? A former Member of Parliament for Cork City once said, "No man has the right to fix a boundary to the march of a nation. No man has the right to say to his country, thus far shalt thou go and no further." Of course, we don't have a member of this Parliament anymore for Cork City because Charles Stewart Parnell was right. I stand here, Mr. Deputy Speaker, as an Irish nationalist. In fact, I stand here because I'm an Irish nationalist, not in spite of it. But we are not narrow nationalists. We come from the tradition of Parnell and Hume. It isn't 1968 anymore, and nationalists will no longer be treated as second-class citizens. Our votes, people have marched in the streets and get beat off the streets, so our votes could count just as much as anybody else's. We had an agreement called the New Decade New Approach Agreement with many commitments. Commitments like to fund the Northlands Dixon Centre, to fund McGee University, to fund the Brandywell Stadium, all in my constituency. Would you agree with me that they should not be, in this new context, seen as controversial, and that they should be able to get funded even when we do not have ministers of the executive? One of those things for me, as people will understand, was about the expansion of McGee University. Another one was about this centre, because the Northland Centre, after doing many decades of long work, have a very strong proposal for a top-class, world-class addiction centre in Derry, and true to his word as always, the former Secretary of State got that commitment into the New Decade New Approach Agreement, and I was very grateful for it, and the people of Derry were very grateful for it as well. This United Kingdom is clearly not a partnership of equals. That has been made absolutely clear today. So when will this government publish clear criteria for how the people of the north of Ireland can leave this United Kingdom?